Hey y'all, who's here? Just so y'all know, a couple of the girls late. I'm not gonna say their names. I'm just gonna let them walk in. One is two people here on time. So I'm gonna just tell y'all that they late. But who do we have? Oh, we got Kyla's BFF girl. Hey girl. Oh, we got some people here already. I just love that y'all on time. I love it. I love it. Okay, so have y'all sent us questions? Because we got a lot of questions from the guys. So if y'all want the girls to answer questions, y'all better start putting them in the chat because we're going to fire it off with the girls. Hey, we got your BFF here, Kyla.
Oh, one thing about my bestie, she gonna show up.
She
gonna
here.
show up.
I love her.
She gonna show up.
Look
I
at-
wonder if we need the light on in the back.
Oh, let me cut that
Let's
off.
see if it's. Wait, hold up. I could try. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we did.
Oh, I like that better.
What you think?
Yeah, because it was glaring.
Yeah.
It was glaring.
But is it clear? I feel like the All right.
to wipe off the camera
Yeah,
a
you
little bit.
finish talking to him. I'm gonna get some tissue to wipe off.
Okay. Let me see who else we got. Okay, you came on in. So since there's a few people late, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the questions that the guys sent to me. So y'all can start to get y'all answers ready. And I'm gonna tell y'all now, it's kind of rough. Like they hit us with some hard questions. So I want y'all to put on your armor and your big girl panties, because we gonna talk about these hard questions.
I know you might as well come right here because we don't know when Courtney and Ray coming. So
Okay, so I'm gonna read off the questions, y'all, that we have so far. So y'all need to get yourselves ready.
Can they hear us?
Can y'all hear us?
So let me see something. Yeah, they probably can hear. Oh, that goes.
That's probably Ray or Courtney. Y'all let us know if you can hear us. Yep, they can hear us. Hey, Coco.
Hi.
So
Hey,
here.
Court.
Oh, thank you. Because
So I have to do that so we can see.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So here are the questions that I'm just gonna sound off, and y'all prepare yourselves so you can chime in. But I want to let y'all know some of these are coming from guys and they're kind of rough. I don't want anybody to be offended, right? So we got on our big girl panties and we gonna talk about the hard stuff. The first one was, why are women's energy off with each other? Like when we meet, y'all say hi to Coco.
Hi guys. One thing about me, I'm glad to be on time, baby, but it doesn't always work out. Hey,
So
guys.
the question is, why are women's energies off with each other? And there's several parts to this because I got a question, then I got some thoughts behind the question. A woman's energy is reflective of how the man treats her in most cases. If she's giddy or happy, that's an indication that a man treats her well. If she's neutral or serious, her man gives her just enough. If she's mean or has an attitude or unfriendly, her man ain't shit. Or she don't have one. Okay. Another question coming from the guys. What made you pick the people you picked? Was it a thought process behind it? And that's the question that we're gonna start with. But I'm trying to wait for my girl Ray because I want her to be here too.
What they say? What was that last part?
What made you pick the people that you picked? Was it a thought process behind it?
The people like our community.
Like us.
Okay.
Yep.
Why you picked us? Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Here I am, guys.
And so here's where the questions get a little rough. And ladies, one thing about communicating with a man, most of the time when they shut down or they don't talk to us is because of our response. So we're going to practice today responding well, okay? We're going to practice today. So, makeup and hair on black women today. Is it a type of catfish or can it be considered catfishing?
And you know I got something to say on that one.
I know you do.
That one depends. We just get there when we get there.
And y'all know that there was someone, I can't remember who it was, but he said that he started all his But he said he started all his dates off either at a spa or at a pool on purpose.
Okay. Why? So he could see.
I got you.
So he could see
fresh face
without makeup.
Fresh face. So here goes another guy question: why are black women labeled as the least attractive, desirable amongst women of all races? Is it because of the attitude or the exterior look, like the hair, the nails, the makeup, and the weight or surgeries?
I think we need to ask black men that because they're the one labeling us as that.
So we're going to give them our feedback, and we expect them to be in here to stand up for yourself.
I'm looking through the comments.
Stand up for yourself. And last question from a guy, and I love this one. What does it mean to protect the black woman? What does that look like for the black man?
I like that question because then it helps them get.
It helps them to know.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
you don't know
maybe
what you
they
don't
just
ask.
don't know, right? So, Ray's running a little tardy to the party. So we are gonna kick it off with how we came to be. Y'all don't know this, but none of them knew each other before this podcast.
At all.
They didn't know each other before November, right?
Right, that's when we met in
November. Because I was toying with the idea since like August, which is when I met Ray. When I met Ray, I met her through my cousin. I knew Ray's sister because we're both from the same hometown, but I don't always invite people over. But my cousin was here and we were going to Ray's wedding, and Ray came over. And so I got to talking to Ray, and she was just such a beautiful person. And y'all know from just the 2 episodes, Ray has a personality for this. Like, Ray can carry this show. she can carry this show. And hey April, hey girl.
You got good eyes.
Girl, that sees good contact.
Oh, because I was like, I was supposed to have to get on my phone and do this.
So I met April because she came over to visit my cousin.
Rachel.
Yes, Rachel. I met Ray.
My best friend.
I met Ray.
Oh, that's your best friend?
Because she came over. Because my cousin was here and my cousin knew Ray. So immediately when I met Ray, I already knew. I've been knowing Coco, which is Courtney J.D., y'all. I've been knowing, 8-9 years? Yeah, like 8 or 9 years. We actually met when we were serving. We have a mutual friend, and Courtney was serving her first, and Courtney gave me hell.
Yeah.
She was checking me out.
I had to make sure we had the spirit. You know, you just can't let everybody.
She did. Like, she was like, yeah, who are you and what you want?
I was a little standoffish.
She wanted to make sure, hey.
No new friends.
Hey, Devin.
So you got good eyes. Oh, that's my friend.
Hey, Devin, girl.
That is Devonna.
Okay. Hey, Devonna. And so Coco, when I wrote my book back in 2019, she was all hands on deck. Like, she helped me spit that thing. Anything that I called her that I needed her for, we just always been close. When she got married, when she had babies, Coco's always been Johnny on the spot, hands down for me. But I didn't ask Coco at first because Coco had a new baby. She had another toddler. She has a big baby. That's my niece. And Coco's married. And Coco works. So Coco,
and goes to school.
And she goes to school. So I was like, I'm not going to ask her because she's not going to have the bandwidth for it. So I actually went through, like, I tried to scout people out. It didn't work out. And I actually asked someone else who was around about Courtney's age, and that didn't work. So it worked the way it was supposed to because I had to call Coco. I was like, look, I'm looking for somebody that's around about this age. What do you think? Don't exclude yourself. And she was like, I absolutely won't exclude you.
I will. It's so funny because it was literally like an answer to prayer. I've just been praying about certain things and coming back around. And so Jen called me. I was just like, Jesus, is this what it is? And then I asked Jen to pray. And then she was like, God said such and such. And I was just like, I'm going to need all y'all to stop being in alignment. But no, like she said, it was great because I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, and it felt so natural. Like, when we had the conversation and she told me she wanted to check with her husband, and I was so down for that because that let me know that she was taking it serious. So when she called me back, I was like, yes. But Kyla is another person that I knew as soon as I thought of the podcast, I knew that I wanted Kyla, but I didn't want to ask her. Kyla has her own job, full-time job. She's very tenured and senior at her job. She has a husband, she has kids, and she has a whole side passion, which is fashion. If y'all don't know, y'all better check her out. And I was like, I couldn't think of anybody more perfect than Kyla because I look up to Kyla from a professional standpoint and the way she carries herself, and I knew Kyla would take this serious. Like I knew she would be all or nothing. But the one thing that I also knew about Kyla was she was gonna have to make sure that it was right. She wasn't gonna be like, oh yeah, she's not that type of person. So I was
gonna say, why don't you tell us how you feel about that? Tell us what your thoughts were, Kyla.
Yeah. So what did you think when I called you, Kyla?
No, so the first thing was, my first question was, who are the other ladies?
She did.
Who are the other ladies? I just don't fit in with everybody. So you told me it was a perfect mix that you curated and that you felt that I would mesh well with them. So then you did the tea.
Yeah.
So we all got to meet each other. And at that moment I knew, okay, yeah, it was not one thing that I walked away with like, and usually I'm like, so I knew them after I met them.
Look,
hey, we're talking about who all gonna be there. That's always
that's Kyla. Who all gonna be
always
there? And your best friend though, because she just said, Kyla got that Taurus energy. She know.
And my best friend is a Taurus. She know about it. She know about it, baby.
So Kyla was like, but I knew Kyla wasn't sold until we got to the tea. So Kyla was like, well, let's do the tea and I'll let you know. And then I also wrote a letter to each of them personally to explain the why, because I've had people intrude in on my life that turned out to be a hot mess. So I wanted them to know exactly why I chose them, so it was clear.
Yeah, because I think I got back to you after the tea.
You did.
After I read the letter. The letter sealed the deal. The lady sealed the deal.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
Letter right
I
now.
know.
Yeah, I was like, let me make this personal so that they know I'm just not shooting out in the dark. And to back it all up, I don't know if y'all read the first blog, but I had like kind of a scary obsession with girlfriends. And like I've watched all those episodes. I think I'm like on 20 times each episode. Seriously. Like it was like a scary obsession. And I wanted that perfect mix of different women because I saw it work. And although that's TV, it's still created from the mind of a human, right? So I was like, those are 4 different women. They are really close and it works. Like we have to get to that point where it works. And so
everybody from a different
Yes, so Coco is our millennial.
Hey guys. You already know the peace sign. Hey guys.
Courtney is our millennial. She's like our tech, like whatever we need for social or on this phone. She'd be like our
coach.
She's our modeling coach. She helps us with our poses when we taking pictures on photo shoots and videos.
Yeah.
Kyla is going to be that analytical to think about the big picture and the details because that's that corporate side. Kyla also and Kyla's gonna keep us right with the fashion too, because when Kyla come in the door, you gonna know you gonna need to be on your game when Kyla come in the door because she ready. And then Ray, that's my wild card. Like Ray is honestly my wild card because Ray gonna say it. She don't care. You not gonna expect firecracker because I know y'all wasn't expecting for her to say yes, I've been to prison.
Everybody probably won't even. Who knows if everybody saw both episodes, but was that the first episode?
No, that was the first episode. Yeah, Ray came out the gate with, yes, prison.
Yes. I can't wait for her to get here. But I love that too because, like I said, for us to not know each other, for us to mesh as well we would do, and I know a lot of times as women, as black women, it's really hard because you come into a room and then it really depends on the room that you walk in. Some people are real like, I need to stay over here. But the way we just came together and just, these my sisters, my big sisters. Like, I'm already learning so much. And like Jen said, we've only known each other since November. So that's awesome. And I think just if we can all collectively as women, especially as black women, can just start to be more accepting of each other and give grace. Yeah. Because it's a lot of times where everybody needs a little grace, you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So I appreciate them and I love them for that.
Yes, my boo Ray has, we love you dearly. Yes, my boo Ray has been to prison, but Ray is probably one of the best people you could have in your life. When I need a scripture or need some encouragement,
baby,
I call
prayer,
Ray,
baby.
and she gonna pray you down to the ground.
Literally, you're gonna be weeping and didn't even know you had to weep. Angelisa!
Ray gonna pray you down to the ground, and she not gonna let you off the phone, because you know, like how you call people and you tell them you got a problem, they be like, all right, girl, when you call me,
Right, I'll keep you in prayer.
I'm about to go to the store. I got some food on, but Ray gonna keep you on the phone until she know that you good.
Yeah, so you
like
get that breakthrough,
mm-hmm.
that little relief.
She will hold you there. So yes, my girl has been, but she's one of the most beautiful people that I've ever seen. I'm trying to see if we got any questions from the ladies before I dig into these other questions. No,
Hey,
so far.
Toya.
Hey, Toya, girl.
Girl, look at how cute. I seen your picture, girl. I'm gonna double tap in a minute after we do it. I had to join the live right fast.
Right. Okay. So we answered the question, what made you pick the people you picked? Was it a thought process? So y'all know that the thought process was kind of for me to mimic girlfriends, because I miss girlfriends. So it was kind of to mimic that, to have all different women, but for us to find a way to jive. And I need to tell y'all, the reason why we chose the book, not because this is going to be a book club podcast. Mm-hmm. We actually going to take out the book totally for season 2. But because they didn't know each other, I wanted to use the book because I love hip hop. And I wanted to use the book so we can see how we respond to each other, to start to introduce the hard questions, right? But yeah, so that's why we chose the book. So season 2, which we will start filming in, I believe it's October. That's when we gonna just go rogue. Like, the cat's out the bag, the gates are open.
Let's go. Plus, Eve, I think she's super awesome. Like I said, if y'all read the post from me going over my chapter, I didn't know too much about Eve outside of Shake Your Tambourine, okay? But just reading through her book and really getting to know her, and she's a strong black woman, so I thought it was good that Jen picked that book, because it's something that we all kind of like relate to.
Yeah. She, I actually wasn't expecting it to be what it was. Like, I chose that book because I hadn't read it, and it was new.
I thought you read.
No, I hadn't read it when I picked it. No. But I was like, she's hip hop, she's a black woman. You know, I love her style, I loved her music, and I was like, this is a way for us to start to talk about, hey, Dana D. Y'all, Dana is my spiritual mom. I can't call her my spiritual mom because Dana's not that old, but Dana coached me when I was single and prepared me. So, hey, Dana, I'd love to see her face. And Dana did say something about
Melissa.
Eve. What did Dana say about Eve? I think I missed it. I see it on the screen, but I can't.
She said, great idea. Talk about Eve's issues first.
Yes. Here you go, Dana. You show right. So I wanted to talk about Eve's issue first, so we could kind of chime in and start to introduce our issues. Because you don't want to bring 4 different women from all walks of life and just get out the gate, start talking about some hard stuff. So that's why I use the book. It's, you know, something for us to learn from.
And it was a good way to see, like, just where we stand, like, kind of knowing, because we talk about how we grew up, our childhood, our love for parents, fathers, moms,
You calling me out? Yes, I am a daddy's girl. If y'all know me, y'all know that.
I'm the one, y'all, that I think I'm more of the, when it comes to the thought concept, I'll be like, like, I'll be on a whole nother wavelength, but then I get to hear and learn and understand the different perspectives.
Yeah, Kyla's gonna ponder a thing. Kyla's not the one gonna be like, yeah, girl. Kyla's gonna be like, hold on, let me.
But did you see it this way?
I don't know about that. That's what she gonna say. I don't know about that. Okay, so let's see.
So April has asked,
okay,
what type of topics are we going to be addressing on the podcast?
Of course, relationships, because all of the ladies are married and I'm in a relationship, but a lot of our followers are not. So I think that relationships are always good, because I think this is a place for us to get better and learn from each other. That goes back to Dana. Like, I grabbed hold to Dana because I think she's an excellent wife and an excellent friend, and I know that's not an easy balance. So Dana, like, helped to coach me and groom me into being a good wife. I think it's important to like surround yourself with people that are where you want to be. So yeah, we're gonna talk about relationships. We will probably touch on politics a bit not because we're political, but because it's a time in our country where it's causing a lot of stress. It's causing a lot of fear. And whether you believe it or not, it's affecting everybody. Not just us, but it's affecting. So we will be hitting on politics.
Someone said, are all of you ladies Christian?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Rachel was probably the preacher.
She's the prophetess, all of that. I think to mental health, speaking about stress and all that stuff and the importance of it, even though, in the Black community, we're still, getting there. If you didn't know, I am a clinical mental health counseling student. So graduate program, baby. So counseling is definitely near and dear to my heart. And I just think it's very important for us to, as a Black people, to look at it from a different perspective, because there's so much healing and just release in mental health. So
I think I'm the only one that isn't heavily into, and I shouldn't say heavily into, no, I'm back on the church.
You ladies. Yeah, I'm done. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, I'm probably the one that's not heavily into the church right now, because you are heavily into church. Are you heavily into church?
Well,
okay.
We be at the church. I'm virtual.
But Rachel and Jen are like
they serve.
But let me clear that up. Before before this podcast, I was a virtual member. I don't know if y'all knew that. But before the podcast, I was a virtual member, and Ray would call me on, and she still does. She texts me on Sunday, hey, I'm headed to church. That's my cue. Time to go. But before the podcast, I was a virtual member too.
Okay.
So don't feel bad.
And so,
I don't feel bad.
I think for me too, we definitely, we go virtual, like, I got 3 kids and a husband. It's a lot. We used to, go to the 9 a.m. service. Hey, babe, we had to get in there first because, 11 o'clock would be popping with everybody else. But, virtual just kind of works better for us. But to your point, Kyle, I don't necessarily think the going to the church part is as important as your relationship with God.
That's good.
Whether you're going to Bedside Baptist like us, or you're actually going to the brick and mortar, the relationship with God, I think, is the most important part. So
absolutely, and I'm glad somebody asked that. Yeah, because I'm being honest, y'all. Since COVID, I have been a Bedside Baptist member up until 2024.
No, for real. Especially with me, like I said, having little babies, like everybody calling with their mouth open.
You should say that hard.
Would you say, back up?
Back up. They said 6, but give me 12. Okay.
Do we have any other questions from the live feed?
I don't see any.
No. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this, y'all, and we need y'all to chime in. So I need y'all to answer in the chat. The question is, why are women's energy off with each other? Like, why is it sometimes when we meet people or for the first time or we see them out, we don't feel welcome?
Ooh, can I? Or do we want to wait for them to chime in? Or?
Well, that and it's a little bit more. So the feedback that I got from this question was women that are giddy, happy, and welcoming, her man treats her well. A woman that has a neutral attitude or she's serious, her man gives her just enough. A woman that is mean, has an attitude that's unfriendly, her man ain't shit, and she's very volatile. I'm just reading what this says.
Or she don't have a man.
So y'all chime in, and then I want Coco to take this too. So y'all tell us what y'all feel. Like, do y'all feel that there's some truth to that?
So I'll say, first of all, from the man's perspective,
that's coming from a woman.
Oh, that was coming from a woman?
Yep,
Well, I think that, that came from a woman? Because my opinion is, if you have to base how you feel on how your man is treating you, you already got it wrong. You feel what I'm saying? Because you should already be okay with yourself. And I think that's where the problem is, where I've been there too. You come into a place, a room full of women. One, you may not be very confident in who you are, number one. Because if you're confident in who you are, you show up as you and you unapologetic and you just you. And I'm a firm believer of being the energy that you want to receive. So if I'm going out and being ugly, being raggedy, that's all I can expect back. You know what I'm saying? But if you go out and, like one of my biggest sayings, be the change that you want to see. So if you're in a room full of women that are got a attitude, let's say, be something different. Try and be more welcoming. Again, back to like what I was saying before. Allow space. Give that grace. But most importantly, I think it is you have to know who you are. You have to be comfortable with you to show up in places and spaces. Just, being you. So I think it starts within, honestly.
So I'm seeing a lot of comments.
And I like so Dana said many times insecurities and fear weighs in on how women treat each other. And before I agree or disagree, I will put myself on the sword and say when I'm in the heat of an argument with my man or we're not jiving, that does affect me. Now I won't be rude to anybody, but I won't be myself. Because I'm pondering how are we gonna resolve this?
Yeah.
So, but I would never go into a place and be nasty to another woman. But I will say that I'm not myself when me and my man are not in a good place.
Ooh, I like that you brought it back in because I know one of the comments here. She says, it has nothing to do with a man.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay.
But I do know that's true though. When you are in a relationship, or just say a lot of outside sources can definitely affect how you show up. Mm-hmm. So if you just got in an argument with your man, you're going to show up a lot off. If your job or your kids, somebody or something has irked you or hit a nerve, again, you're going to come off a little different. So that's why I believe self-awareness is so important.
That's what it is, self-awareness.
Self-awareness, you have to be aware because...
But every people vibe for me because I feel like I'm a lover of black women. Like when I see a black woman,
Kyla she is a.
I'm like, hey girl,
right, you are beautiful.
But then when you get that energy back, like then that takes you like, okay, let me just walk through the room and I speak to pipe down some. Everybody ain't excited because you're here. So for me, it's like the energy in the room. If it shifts. Once I, walk in and like, hey girl, and that energy shift, my whole mindset then shift. I ain't speaking to nobody else. Like, you know what? Just go with the vibe.
Yeah. Now Kyla is right because that's another reason that made me reach out to Kyla because when I wrote my book, Kyla didn't know me. She DM'd me. She was like, well, is it okay if I do a book review on your book? She didn't ask me for a thing. She didn't know me. And if y'all have ever launched a project, you don't know how it feels to have someone like have your back and promote you without wanting nothing. Because everybody wants something. Mm-hmm. And Kyla was one of the very few people who reached out to me. So she is all about a vibe, and she is a girl's girl. We got a lot of feedback on this.
Right. Okay, so some of the comments we have, let's see, I believe there's a self-esteem issue. Sometimes you might not feel comfortable with yourself. Insecurities, intimidation, insecurities, let's see.
April said she was less friendly when she was married. April, you a mess.
I'm not about to play with April today. but that's what I say, going back to the relationship part, sometimes because when you're in a relationship, a piece of you is there with that. And if that piece is off, all of you is off. So silent competition or not feeling enough, that silent competition is real. And again, if you're not self-aware, you're gonna be trying all these things. You're gonna be trying to keep up with folks that don't even know who you are.
But do y'all think silent competition between friends or between non-friends?
The one between, I relate to the one between friends.
For real?
Silent, yeah.
I ain't never had that problem with
She has told me about that. But I think that as you get older, that kind of goes away. Kyla, you can help me here because...
Y'all let me know.
Because I don't tolerate it.
I don't.
There is one trait that I don't play with. And only because this trait, they have a special law for it. It's called a crime of passion. That's jealousy. So if a man in Texas murders another man because he's cheating with his wife, he's not charged with murder. He's charged with a crime of passion. So I don't play with jealousy. When I smell it, when I see it, you can trust, believe you never have to worry about me ever again. And I think I got that way as I got older, because I know jealousy is something that I don't play with, because I'm too generous. I'm too much of a good person, and I'll be taken advantage of, because I'll be busy being me and you be over there being your way, and I don't have time for that. Like, I think when you get older, it's easy to be like, no.
Yeah, and it's your tribe. And I learned this, like, Keisha actually shifted my circle, and she put me in the circle, and I was team no new friends. Like, no new friends, leave me alone. I'm not meeting nobody else. And when the dynamics of the tribe shift, and everybody has something about them that nobody else can take. Like, I don't even understand competition anymore in friendship, because when everybody brings something to the table that's so strong, so genuine, so unique, so untouched, it's not even a comparison. It's like iron sharpens iron. We feed off of each other. Yeah. It's crazy. One of my really good friends is, I don't even call her friend, I call her Sister Terry. She's on here. I don't know if she dropped, but she was the one who first was like, you have a brand. You need to brand yourself. She walked me through everything. That's when I started Fashion We Should Read. Yeah. But like everything, and it was just pure, like, I see something in you that you don't see. And that, like, my tribe is just like, everybody's just out for each other. And I guess I'm blessed. No competition.
You are blessed.
No,
because there are things that my best friend has seen in me that I didn't see. Like, we were in the Dominican years ago. It was like over, I think that was
right before
2013. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so I was like, Mika, so I bet you feel like you surprised that I turned out to be okay. She said, no, I'm not surprised. I very well knew that you were going to be great. You just were having fun. I always knew that you would do great things. And so we are like night and day. I will have a birthday party and I will be the one having the most fun. My best friend gonna be there, cute, laughing, conversating, and she gonna tell me, no, get down.
Get off the table.
No, but you gotta like whoever changed that, because I shouldn't say it, I'm saying I'm blessed in my current situation. I struggled with the word jealousy for a long time. Struggle. I never said it till I got like very, very older, when it was just apparent. And I got the hardest thing to get out of, because it's somebody very, very close, but I got out of that relationship, and I don't even, she didn't get the message. And I don't even vibe with anyone that even comes that way.
I'm so freaking here.
Baby!
Hey, y'all! I'm so freaking here, but I'm so freaking here. Everybody should look like real. You know she's not right. Okay. Come on, boy.
Wait, outfit. Y'all need to follow Ray on like Twitter and get like Ray has the best outfits.
Stop! No, that's you. Listen.
Ray has the best outfits, and it's probably like you can get the entire outfit for probably under $150.
I will listen. I will get this. Is it Shein or Shein?
I say Shein.
Whatever. People be saying Shein.
I hate it. Yeah.
Listen.
No.
I like Shein better. How about y'all? Y'all like Shein better?
Y'all say Shein. I say Shein.
But do y'all be hearing Shein?
I have heard that. I have.
Girl, listen. I am late, y'all, but that's nothing new for me. Y'all learn me quick. This one, Macy's. Girl.
Macy's? Okay. We have the tag. We have the tag on your like to know.
Yeah, this is Macy's. Makeup by Tay herself. We got to tag Tay.
Okay.
Yes, Tay beats me down, okay? Y'all want to know? Tay beats me down. She eats. But how's everybody? Y'all feel like it's good?
Girl, we got started in on the hard question. So you're going to love this question, Ray. So the question was, why are women's energy off when we meet women or come in a room and they aren't like friendly or they mean?
Intimidation. That's easy. Intimidation, jealousy, envy. Yeah, that's what that is. Let me be real, not right. You may not agree. She's here, everybody. You may not agree, but it is what it is. If you are lacking confidence,
we said that.
You don't say that. I didn't even know.
I didn't even know.
You didn't even know.
You didn't even coach us.
They said,
Okay? I don't. It's like the spur of the moment with me. I'm being real, y'all. Okay? It's very spur of the moment. I feel like if I have everything planned out, then it's like something is wrong. Like, no, that's not how you roll.
Yeah, that's
it's
how
like
my baby is.
I don't know.
He does not like to plan things out,
I don't like to plan it out.
But that's a good trait, because when things go wrong, my mind goes.
But then it's also not so good, because see, now look at me. I'm late, y'all all together, and I'm late.
It's okay. I was fine with it.
You y'all okay?
No.
Okay, girl. I thought y'all was on here. Then I saw your text.
30 minutes. It's okay because
Listen, but I'm glad y'all held that, because I know y'all gonna hold me down on
Yeah,
okay.
Go ahead and next question. I'm gonna give you some lip gloss. Everybody's lips is popping, but mine is.
Okay, so
You look cute, girl.
Thank you,
Look
guys.
at you, Lord.
I lost 8 pounds.
Come on,
You
Lord.
lost 8 pounds? Wait, what you doing?
I need some help.
she's not eating, guys. She's not eating the snacks. Okay, so here goes the hard question, and I'm glad you were here for this one.
Okay.
So this question came from a guy. It actually came from my brother, who we are a lot alike.
Okay.
Makeup and hair on the black woman of today. Is it a type of catfish, or can it be considered catfishing?
Can it be considered catfishing? I wouldn't say that, because
But have you seen women like totally transform on TikTok and IG when they put on makeup?
I have seen women without makeup, and then I see. So no, because I feel like natural beauty is everything. Let me just say something right here,
Yeah.
okay? Because putting makeup on don't mean that a woman is trying to hide or anything like that. Because I'm naturally beautiful. If you didn't know, let me just put it out there right now.
She is for
Yeah,
it.
with or without the makeup, I'm naturally beautiful. And I think beauty also, it doesn't have to be something in your face. It could be something mentally, how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, because
That's
you
so
can
important.
pretty up ugly. You can definitely pretty up ugly. But if you have a bad attitude, if you have a if your personality just, it seeps, what is it, deep into your soul. It's just not friendly.
Yeah.
You're just not like a people person. You're not genuine. And a kind and all that. It has the ability to make you look ugly.
Yeah.
Even if you are a pretty. I was just talking to somebody about this. I don't even remember who it was. But you can be a beautiful person, okay, on the outside. I mean,
have
gorgeous.
a fake attitude.
Okay, yeah. But when you begin to talk, all right, it shows something totally different, and it makes you appear to be ugly. Okay, so it does matter, but I don't feel like it's always catfishing because a woman wears makeup. Is that kind of what he's asking? Like,
Yeah.
So
I don't feel like it's that. Because like I said, you can actually, some women, they're just more comfortable, and I say this too. The whole week I went without makeup, but today.
It's here.
I have a face on.
So,
And it doesn't take away from who I am and how I feel about myself.
Sure.
I hope that answers your question.
But do we know women that put on makeup that hide, or that, because I have seen women on TikTok and Instagram,
and they turn out to be somebody
and they look totally different with their makeup face. Right?
I know. I get that.
So
Right.
what do you think about those women?
Totally different with their makeup face. So, but makeup is supposed to make you look different.
It really depends.
I think it's supposed to make you
think
look
it really
different.
depends.
Somebody said, I like this. She said, I don't think it's catfishing if it makes her feel good.
Yeah,
So,
true.
if that's her reason for
Right.
for doing
Right.
it, I would agree with that.
So, turn it down now. Turn it down. So I will say, my grandmother, R.I.P., she always taught me to enhance my natural beauty. She's always saying, don't ever.
And by the way, girl, you look beautiful. The
Thank
makeup
you.
is flawless.
Thank
by the
you.
way.
Oh, I didn't know how I feel like.
By the way.
Because the skin, y'all, the trick is though, the skincare. If your skincare is not where it needs to be, the makeup ain't gonna
I
be.
know, girl, because I've been through that too, y'all.
Same
Don't
here.
get it twisted.
Same here.
Now I have felt like at one point. I'm sorry, girl. Go ahead, Court.
It's okay. I'm gonna go right back when I'm done.
Somebody
Okay,
said,
finish.
wait, after you said that, she said it's supposed to make you look pretty, not unrecognizable.
Yes,
True. That's
yeah,
so true.
exactly. So you're supposed to enhance your natural beauty. So
Right.
a lot of times, to Ray's point, if you don't see yourself as beautiful, you're gonna go and use that makeup to change and try to appear as what you think whoever they may be, want to see. So you'll start to change yourself to be appreciated by by men or whatever the case is. Same thing with hair, all that stuff. It's down, like you said, how you feel about you. And then sometimes some people just don't know how to do makeup. And baby, you're messing yourself up. Come holler at Coach Court. Let me teach you how to do a little something. But no, for real, sometimes it's just, I think they're just very bad at applying. They do too much. It's meant to enhance. Do a little bit right here and just build yourself up.
And they could be very well covering some blemishes because I've been there before as well.
So
I
just got out of that. I just got from that place.
Yeah. And if you're not, and sometimes we as women, we can feel a little less confident when we're going through our blemish times, seasons. And so we will tend to put on a little bit more makeup than what's necessary because we don't like what we see. And I'm going to be like this. I'm talking for Rachel, okay? Because I'm very transparent in this aspect of me. When it comes to me, I'm not doing it for nobody else. I'm doing it for me. So if I feel like I got some blemishes on my face and something, I had a bad breakout, trust and believe, I gotta feel good about myself. So it has been to a point before that I have applied more than usual makeup because I'm trying to hide what I don't like to see.
Yeah.
Okay, what makes Rachel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And so to answer your question, I do feel like some women will do that. You know, they may not like their natural appearance. You know, and so they're going overboard to appease what it is that they want to see with them themselves as far as their
I used to, and my best friend is on here, she's a makeup artist, but I used to always say, I want my eyes China. Like, I want my eyes.
Yeah. Mine just slant that.
And you look cute too, boo.
But I'm China.
Yeah,
you do.
With or without makeup.
Yeah.
Lashes or not.
Right,
That's right.
You know, lash girl.
That's
Yeah.
Now, there is a good statement here.
Is beard catfish?
That's what I was gonna say now, because I will tell my man, do not put that black stuff in your beard. Like, let that natural whatever it is gonna come out your face. But then he made a point about it. He said, well, I will let the gray come out once it's all gray, but I don't want black and gray.
Oh, the salt and pepper.
I was like, and I'm thinking to myself, please let the salt and pepper.
Yeah.
But I
Pepper.
think the question is like, so like once they shave their beard off, but I think that's the same thing. If we were to shave our heads gonna look a little different. So I think that's every man doesn't have, amazing facial structure to where he look good with and without a beard. There are some that are blessed, baby. They can do them both.
Well, they have a lot of enhancements, and I am Kyla's mom. She lists them out too. She said they have their enhancements with their hair because y'all know they putting that spray on there.
Or what about that?
Or they wear hats and caps all the time because they're bald, or risers in their shoes because they're short.
Why y'all wearing a closure?
But baby, some will be laying them like, I was like, how they do it? Mommy, hold on, my leg's showing a little bit. His not showing like
why
that.
y'all wearing a closure, man?
So
I think it's the same thing. They want more confidence. They want to look better.
And I ain't mad at you if you want a closure.
But here's the deal, though. With closures, with hairspray, with makeup, I think that the fear is this the person that I'm really getting, that I'm sitting right? That's sitting right here.
Why y'all wearing closures?
They wearing lace fronts now. Y'all
so when you dating, like married, like I think your spouse knows exactly what you look like.
Yeah.
But when you're dating, I know she's super challenging. Y'all, we deal with this on set all the time from her. She has these.
You see the group chat. You just see the group
But
chat.
listen, here's the thing, because you may not, I feel like the looks, you don't know what you're getting. You don't know what you're getting until you're really with the person anyway.
And beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and like the Bible says, beauty gonna fade. What you got underneath that beauty? Because if a man is getting with you only for your looks, baby, he the wrong man for you anyway. She's going to time out, y'all.
She is.
What's the next question?
Okay, here's the next question, because Ray.
The next question, y'all. Too much fun with this closure thing.
Why are black women labeled as the least attractive, desirable amongst women of all races? Is it attitude or the exterior look? Hair, nails, makeup, weight?
Because there's some haters. Okay? It's simple.
Yeah.
There are some haters, okay? That's why we're always looked at in a certain way. We can't be if we're strong, then we're too manly, or we speak up for ourselves, then we're too dominant, we're too aggressive, we're this, we're that. No, we just know how to stand on our own.
And Period.
Yeah.
And I would love to. I wish some men were in the chat. I'm not sure if they
Yes.
are, but tag back to them. Why did you label us that way? Because I believe that misconception started in the black community because there were black men who were like, oh, I want somebody who's more exotic. I want somebody who light skinned. I want somebody with long curly hair. Baby, tell me what you want. Put this wig on. What kind of hair do you want? But no. Seriously, it started in our own community. It was black men saying we weren't more desirable. And it's like, it's funny, the same black woman that you came from,
Right.
your mama, come on now, but we
That's sad.
undesirable. And then from the outside the black community, my standpoint is, my mama says it all the time, if we so undesirable, why are you trying to be like us? You outside trying to tan, to
That's
get
right.
darker. You over here putting on wigs now. You want the lashes. You want to get your body done to look like a black woman.
Yeah.
So you getting your lips done. And nothing against any of that. Beauty, do your thing. But don't come saying what I got naturally is undesirable, but on you it's okay. That's
exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. And that's why I go back to hater. You know, I said this on the last episode. Hate is real, envy is real, and jealousy is real.
And I think
and
that
it's true. Okay.
And I think that is, and I think a few people talked about this here in the chat about insecurities. We are the most exotic species that there is.
Come on now.
But between our shapes, between the features on our faces, we can show up with straight, curly, nappy, light, dark, caramel. We can switch it up on a daily basis
and look good.
look good doing it. And
Yes.
I think that's very intimidating to someone, let's say, born with straight hair and can't make that hair curly.
Come on.
Y'all know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know what you're talking about. And
So, and then to know nowadays where people are actually paying to have these lips.
Right.
On that.
Girl, 'cause I was always teased about my big lips.
Me too.
Girl, but this been
you want these
Hey.
so coolers.
Do y'all think your lips will get smaller as you get older?
No.
I feel like my top one.
That's
is-
the
I feel like
collagen.
my lips is getting smaller.
Are you
up
on
here.
collagen?
No.
Do you have any
Do I
collagen?
need to get some?
Collagen, that's the stuff that with the elastic. No, that's just drink some collagen.
I feel like I used
Take
to have
some
big
pills.
lips, and now this
Your
top
lips
one
look
is.
good, though.
this
I
top
love
one
my
is getting
lips
smaller.
now. I love my
Sometimes
lips
it's
I
now.
love them too, and he does too.
I did it
And
at
he
first.
does too.
Yes, he does.
So,
Yes, he
that's
does.
it.
Yes, he does. Yes, so I think that, yes, that it comes from intimidation, why we are labeled as the least attractive, because we are oppressed
Who
so
labeled
hard.
us? Do y'all think that's really us? Our label?
I think that we have been labeled
Yes,
as
absolutely.
least attractive.
I think I honestly
Although we're the most beautiful, but we will never be acknowledged as that.
was it a black man that gave you
as
that
much
question?
as we're down about other things, you know, that people
I
don't
think we
don't
That's not
see
the
as
case
attractive.
for New Orleans. Like, I always hear folks
I love
say New
y'all
Orleans
over
have
there.
the most beautiful
Yeah.
women. So
I
I've never
love the
heard
culture
this
there.
we're the least
Really?
attractive.
But
Yeah.
that's what I said. From black men, I've heard that, but from other cultures, other people, they were
Well,
like,
just
y'all-
listen to the songs that they put out there when they're referring to us
Come
as
on.
bees and O's and all of that.
Yeah.
That lets you know how they feel about black
Yeah.
women, the disrespect. The level of disrespect that's always thrown out there. Now I know some will say, "Well, yeah, you know, if a person presents themselves in a certain way, then they're putting it out there for a man to disrespect." But if you were, first of all, if you were raised properly
Right.
and you have any tact about yourself,
Come on.
okay, anything like that, and if you honor a black woman because you have come from a black woman,
Yeah.
no matter what that looks like, then you should have the utmost respect for the
Yeah.
sisters. Okay,
Yeah.
I just want to
But-
put that out there.
But I actually watched a documentary the other day. Y'all know I'm always into these biographies and documentaries. This was an excellent point. Y'all remember once upon a time when hip hop and rap originated, when we had KRS-One, all these people spitting knowledge, using hip hop to motivate and promote
Yeah.
our culture. It didn't take a turn until the others started to use their money to buy out record labels, and they told them, this is what you have to rap about. This is what you have
If
to
you wanna
sing
make it,
about
you gotta-
to sell records. So it wasn't our idea to call it. Now, right now, I feel like they're choosing to. But at the same time, if you're trying to promote your record, you don't have the money to promote your record. But ABC record company is saying, yeah, I'll give you $2 million. We can get your mama out the projects. We can pay for your sister to go to college. But this is what you got to rap about.
That's
What you gonna do?
So y'all look, who is this? Hurt the Real Evolve show?
Her Healing Ball.
Okay.
Hey, girl, hey. Hey, Quana. That's
So
what
she
she's
said,
there.
okay, so she said
attitude.
women have to have tact as well, though.
I
How
like
you
that.
represent yourself matters.
And she
And
also
it
said,
does.
she also said it's the attitude more than the actual physical that she
Yes,
thinks that they're
and they
talking
do
about.
have to have, listen, women do have to have tact, but it does not give men a free-for-all to be disrespectful. Even, guess what? It would be better for that man to come along and say, hey, don't talk like this about yourself.
Come on, sis,
Don't
right.
do this. Don't do
No.
How about the men do that? How about if you see a woman, you know, present herself in a way that's not appeasing? How about you say, hey, that's not a good look. Why don't you do this? Because then you send out the wrong message when you act like this, when you talk like this. Why don't you do that? Why is it that the rebuttal has to be disrespect?
Yeah.
Okay, it should not be that way.
But Rachel, and I'm only playing the devil's advocate
Go
to
ahead,
present another
Go ahead.
side. Don't you think we as women also have to be in a place to receive what you just said, that a black man should be?
Absolutely.
We can't be like, I know you didn't. I know you ain't talking to me.
Absolutely.
We cannot do that.
You can't.
We have to learn to compose ourselves, emotional intelligence,
Yes.
shut it down, and be open to receive.
And that has, and again, those are learned behaviors. Okay, when you have been operating for so long with dysfunction, all right. Ask me how I know. Okay, because everybody ain't gonna be real, but I will.
Here she goes.
I'm just saying, be real. Okay, let's be real, not right. So yeah, when you have come to a place where you can look back and say, yeah, girl, you was real dysfunctional back there. Okay, and so it takes some learning. But if we don't have anyone that said, hey, and consistently, feeding us this, okay, then it's easy to continue to operate in the dysfunction.
And
but
that's
if we,
why community
yes,
is important.
Community is very
Ooh,
important, and who
okay.
you surround yourself with is very
First
important as well.
Yes.
You know.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's another reason why I picked them, because I knew, like, we all have some sense of dysfunction or something that
Absolutely.
we're working on, but I knew that all three of them would promote each of us to be better.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I can very well call them and say, y'all, I'm not feeling this. Like, I had to call them and like, there's a situation, I need you to talk me out.
Yeah. We'll be back. And we don't always have to agree, and that's another thing.
And we don't always agree.
Holding each other accountable is big, it's huge.
Yeah.
And that does not, sometimes that looks like saying, girl, no, that wasn't right, that wasn't cool, that wasn't this. We don't have to always be a yes man.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's the practice that we need to be more open to other people
That's
criticizing
that
us.
Yes.
grace.
So if you start
Grace.
here and you open the door for your sisters to be able to say something to you, that's good practice.
Yeah.
So when your man or somebody out in the world, somebody at work says something to you, it don't sting so bad, because I'll be honest, my daddy did not play with me. I know y'all think I'm spoiled, but my daddy
And you is.
I'm not.
It is.
My daddy did not play with
but
me.
you spoiled.
He would no. I will say this: if I was a bum and I wasn't on top of my game, Jeff Phillips, my daddy
He gonna let him
don't play. Like, he is
He
not
ain't
playing.
playing.
Now, if he see me going
But you
30
spoiled,
miles an
though,
hour, he gonna come meet me
Yeah,
like,
he
oh, I got
coming.
you. I got you.
Yeah,
But
he
if I was sitting up here like, nope, I don't want to work. I just want to have some kids.
Right.
And my daddy.
ain't going for it.
Oh no. He does not.
Yeah.
So he started me off young by like having hard conversations. Like,
Yeah.
you need to fix that about yourself. So now when somebody says something to me, that don't sting.
And
Okay.
like you said, and that goes back to what we were talking about earlier, self-awareness and being open to accepting what others have for you. Because again, I can come tell you all day, you should probably, let's talk about this, but if you're not open, ready, willing, and from a healed place, ready to accept that and then walk in that, what was the point?
But
You
April
gotta be
said it's hard to do better when you don't know better. Absolutely.
Oh,
And that's
yeah.
why it's important for your
Exactly.
community. Like,
Yeah.
don't.
That's true.
And I purposely chose it because I knew they all didn't
That's
think
so
like
good.
me. I knew that they didn't think like me. There's a part of me in each of them, but I knew their majority of their personality was not like mine, and so I
Yeah.
felt like they were respectful women, mature, where we could bounce off of each other and make each other better. So,
Yes.
Renee said confidence is key. All right, but go
yes,
ahead.
no, because I want to read the
Oh.
discernment on who and what people say to you is critical. If I had a bell and a whistle, I would do both of them right now. She said discernment on who and what people say to you is critical.
That is
There
so good.
are people, like, I have had someone, I told y'all this story, come up to me and like, you think you all that, but you are really nasty.
I still want to be whole.
I know. But I knew who I was, so that couldn't touch me.
Right.
Like, you know me, I think at that point that lady knew me 6 months, right? And that could not touch me, so I did not receive it. Now, what I did do, I went to my sister Dana, I told her about it, I went to Courtney, and I was like, I called my best friend, and I was like, tell me what you think about this statement.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, because everybody has a breaking point, right?
Absolutely.
And just because I'm not okay with everything, that don't make me nasty.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So so don't let anybody just come up to you just telling you something about who you are. You
That's
have
right.
to have to know. And
You have
I
to
think
know who you are.
I've said this 1,000
and don't
times.
forget who you are.
Don't forget who you are. You have to know who you are and whose you are.
Come on,
So
girl.
you can't
Come
come
on,
up
girl.
speaking nothing into my life that is not there.
Hello. And again,
But sometimes
that's why.
too.
Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say sometimes like you can be nasty to that particular person because they're warranted.
Yeah.
Right,
That
because
doesn't make you a
it's
nasty
right.
person. but
That
you're
doesn't
strong.
make me nasty because I had to be nasty to you.
Right.
In that moment, I had to be stern and firm. No, so absolutely.
Oh, and you know what I wanted to bring up because we got on that B word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to say this, okay?
Say it.
Because it's been just put out there so freely and so loosely, and I get it. You know, some people say, well, you know, this is how I talk, but just for me, and I believe we can have this conversation because we know each other.
Mm-hmm.
You may, because I've had a few friends that don't mind referring to another lady as a B. Please don't do that.
To me,
I am
yeah.
not a B.
Not at all.
I am a
That's
Q,
a
which
Q
is
at
a
all.
queen, okay? And a lot of, yes. And I think because, social media and everything this day and age is used so freely
Yeah, it is.
that now it's become a part of the norm, but it's not a part of my norm. And I've had to even correct some women that has been a part of my life because they were so used to using that word with other friends and whoever that it would just be leisure. And leisure time. Hey, big girl. No,
Are you
hold
a
up.
bad B?
Yeah, no, I'm not a bad B.
And
I'm
I
not a
don't
bad
want to
B.
be a part of your bad B crew.
No, I'm definitely a queen, okay? And those are, and I know sometimes it can be uncomfortable because if you're friends with somebody that you know is like that, they talk like that, it can be that conversation can be hard to have. Trust me, because I've had this conversation. I really only speak on things that I have been a part of, and so that's why I speak on it. Because if I'm faced with that and I have to make those corrections, I've had to do that.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, I feel like, and now I have to put this out here. Because it's so part of normal conversation now
Yeah, it is.
that women don't think that it's anything, to really be talked about. Like, oh, this is just another word in the vocabulary. No. Okay? And I encourage other women out there, do not allow anyone to call you a B for pleasure. That is not cute. You are a woman, you are a queen, you are someone, okay? You are somebody's mother. And it's just very downgrading, okay? So I needed to put that out there. So just in case somebody, ever see me and feel like, oh, this is how I talk. That's not how I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I wouldn't refer to any other queen as a B. I would never do that. It's not a part of my vocabulary. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's fun. I just don't think that.
Ray is the lady of the crew.
She's
We're all
lady.
ladies.
She told us straight up she was not wearing a baseball cap.
I told them.
It's okay to wear
Like a
a baseball
baseball
cap.
hat.
She said, oh no.
My lady was real lady, so I ain't weird. So it's like,
Okay, and
But I love it. Okay, I
y'all
love it.
listen.
Y'all cute. What
I
y'all
wanted to do it, but the way
like,
they hear
no.
and I'm like, okay.
so Tiffany had a question, but she hasn't asked it. So I want to ask this last question from the guys. What does it mean to protect the black woman? What does that look like for the black
I
man?
can't wait to hear
I'll
this
start
one.
with Kyla, then I want Courtney, then Ray.
It means lead from the front, not from the back. You're supposed to have my front. You're supposed to correct something before. I shouldn't have to say, did you see that disrespect, or did it just lead from the front? Be a man.
I like that.
I like it.
Real
like
quick,
it.
they can't see you too well in the camera, so we
Oh,
want
oh,
yeah, let's
they
see
want
my
they
girl,
want to
Ray,
see
come
my
on.
They want,
Here
yeah.
I am.
I mean,
Y'all see me now.
There we go.
You in there? Okay.
Y'all see me now.
Thanks, Lou.
There we go. Yeah, we gotta get my booty in there. Courtney?
Sorry. Hey. Protecting the black woman. Ooh, I think that starts with how you speak about them and represent them when they're not around. If you are allowing other people to talk down on the black woman or to whatever the case is, disrespect them in your presence, they're going to continue doing it elsewhere. So just standing up for them would be my biggest thing. Stand up for them when we're not around.
Okay. See something, say something.
Yeah, there you go. Right there.
Right.
I would say my number one thing, honor. Protecting the black woman is honoring the black woman, period. I just got that one word, honor. Because if you honor her, everything else is going to come along. I won't have to tell you the next thing to do. Honor is just honor, okay? You're going to do A through Z when you honor the woman.
That's right.
That's good.
Protecting the black woman.
I'll say someone asked the question, protection from society or in general?
I think it's in general, because that could also mean like family.
Yeah.
Like, because for me, protection means I envision like a wedding. So this was a guy who asked, when we get married, typically your father gives you to the man. And that's saying, I release the obligation that I had and the responsibility to my daughter, and I'm giving that to you. Your daddy protects you.
Yeah, emotionally, physically.
And that's what I think about, like, you actually, because first of all, you had to ask my daddy to marry me. So when he told you yes, you are agreeing that you will protect me. And that's from everybody. Society, family, friends. Don't let your stuff come to my doorstep and touch me. Don't do it. Don't let your family, your kids, your friends, nothing in this world, if you can help it. There are certain things that blindside you. But if it's in your power to stop it, like my dad will drive, if something happened to my mom, when she driving, he gonna call before they call a tow truck. So that's part of protection. My dad gonna take out the trash. That's protection. If they're walking down the street, he's gonna stand by the curb. That's protection.
And I think going back to how you were saying about the wedding and how the releasing, protecting her emotionally. Don't talk down on her. Don't talk bad to her. Don't cuss her out and fuss her out, and then the next person do it, and now you mad. No, but you was just talking to me crazy.
You set the standard.
Exactly.
You set the standard on how everybody else is talking to me.
Exactly. And then too, like if her mental is down, you'll take it. Hey, I got the kids, or hey, do you want me to make dinner, or do you want, whatever it is, just looking deeper than just the physical. Also look to the mental.
And that's good. Because you know what? If it's nothing that I love more, is a man that when you want to really get me, it starts mentally with me.
Absolutely.
It starts mentally with me. It's about what you're saying. I'm big. My love language is words of affirmations. Like you need to talk to me nicely. You need to talk to me kindly.
You better talk to me.
Okay?
Your words better be sweet like candy coming out your mouth to me.
And not just when you want something, but this needs to be consistently. Okay? And women need to hear that. Women, that is everything for a woman. Okay? So yes, even though you may feel like, oh, you strong, you know this, you know that, but still, it does not. It's nothing wrong with affirming that for a woman. Let them know how important they are. Just like men want that, women want that as well. So
and that don't make you soft, and that doesn't make you weak.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's the strongest.
That
thing
makes you wise.
Hello.
Yeah. Hurt, Heal, Evolve said the problem is the lack of protection because the family dynamic isn't there. A lot of missing fathers in the home. Men don't know how to protect, and women never grew up being protected. That's real.
True. That is absolutely
true.
real.
That's really
absolute. And y'all, I'm about to reveal something today. So I actually have a shallow side. I am not gonna lie to you. I am shallow. And
No.
I
don't believe. No.
Tattoos make me feel protected.
She said, "My man needs a pink bag."
And he got them. And honey, and I just be like, we can walk in these woods behind the house, because I know he got this. I ain't worried about Bobcat, Coyote. My man got this.
He got a tattoo, so he's strong. We good.
Yeah, you got tattoos. I feel protected.
That is so funny. But to this comment's point, the hurt, heal, evolve, and I think that comes back to something I said earlier again. Going back to mental health, we have to right now we have to start healing from the past generational trauma. We can't continue to take that forward and expect for things to change. So it starts with us. So if we want to make sure fathers are in the home and stuff like that, the men, they're going to have to step up.
Yes.
We as women, we're going to have to make sure that we're allowing them the space to grow and to heal too, because how you expect him to come in here knowing how to do something? He ain't had no daddy either. You know what I'm saying?
And then you would have, and I have a dad.
Hello.
So you had a dad, right?
Yeah,
Growing up.
yeah.
You had a great father.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a great father growing up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I feel like, I mean, and if he was great, I didn't know because he wasn't in the house.
Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like you need to be, if not in the house, you need to be somewhere a part
Be
of.
present.
Yes.
Because
Because I don't necessarily feel like you have to be in the house. Although, okay, that would be wonderful, but you still need to be, like you said, present.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And when you're not, then you leave so much open for that child. You know.
Yeah.
And so I think in my situation, that's where I went wrong in so many of my relationships.
Yeah.
You know, because I didn't know what a good man, a great man, a hardworking man looked like. I didn't know that. All I knew was that I felt like I should have a man. You know,
Yeah.
And whatever that man looked like was my man.
Text too, huh?
I'm just saying.
Just being real, guys.
Being real, you know? Yeah, for real. Because people be, let me tell y'all something, these podcasts and stuff, they be giving a lot of fluff. I don't have fluff for you, okay?
You know.
I keep telling people that I don't have no fluff for you. You want real information, I'm going to give you real information. Ask the questions, I tell you no lies. I tell you honest to God truth. Because that's what it needs to be. You can only be effective when you're being transparent and you're being truthful, okay? And so, and people have a tendency of feeling that, okay? You can feel that truthful energy. So I have that for you. It doesn't help me or you if I'm holding back on stuff that I know. Girl, you know you did that.
Yeah.
You know you've been there.
Me too.
So yes.
So
Her
that's
heal
different,
evolve,
right?
that's-
Her heel evolved. Come on, girl. What's your next question?
She said,
Oh, go ahead. So she says, so if we were never protected, or if we never were protected, what does protection then look like for those? What is the criteria?
therapist, go.
Yeah, girl.
I think, right, that was a great question. So, in my opinion, in today's age, we can learn a lot. We have many different examples you can tap into, that you can get that criteria from. If you feel in your eyes like, hey, Uncle Joe was such a great dad. He was always at little Johnny's games and stuff like that. Sometimes lean into that. But you already know what I'm going to say. Therapy is going to be your number one thing. If we do not heal from past generations, because the generation, they pass a lot of stuff down from generation, and we just keep pouring it down to the next one because we don't know.
Yeah.
And we can learn these things. Everything you want to know. If you want to do your nails, guess what? You can go learn to do your nails. If you want to learn how to put makeup, you can go and learn to do your makeup. If you want to heal, you can learn and go and
You
go
can.
and
You sure
heal.
can.
And so I think for yourself, sometimes you make that criteria what it is.
Yeah. You need to, if you don't know what you like, what you don't like what were you missing that was not
What is the
healthy?
criteria?
Right.
Like some people say, oh, I never had a good manager. You had a bad one, so you know not to be
What
like
you
that.
know.
So
That's
now I'm
right.
in a different way.
That's
So I
right.
feel like
That's
even
true.
if you had a void, now you know from a man you want presence because you had a void and that wasn't healthy. So look at what you don't like and X that out and start moving towards
Exactly.
something different.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
because
good.
there are
good.
in every family dynamic something is missing. Yeah, I had a dad in my house, but I was a latchkey kid, and I could go down the line with other things that I was missing.
I think everybody owns
Right.
it.
Most black kids
I
were.
gotta stop.
Most black kids were.
at home.
But I think that in my life, I decided, and I know this is a cliche, but I just made lemonade from lemons. I took all the things that I was
I took
missing.
shots.
Yeah, you just took
I
shots.
sliced them lemons up once I turned 20.
She took shots with her lemons.
Yeah.
So I just used it to go hard. Like I used all the things that I didn't have to make myself go hard. And I do go to therapy regularly. Like every year, once a year. We call it like a tune-up, right? So when major things change in your life, you get
Low.
Yeah.
Get a little better.
Yeah, so we only gonna be on here for a few more minutes, y'all, because our batteries are dying down. So we're going to stay on for like 2 more minutes to see if y'all have any more questions.
Come on, y'all. Ask the juicy stuff, because I know y'all want to know.
Yeah.
I know you want to know, because I be hearing it in the streets. What y'all be saying.
Yeah.
Let me just read what April said. It's not a question, but she said we also can't continue to blame the past. There are so many resources
Is that April?
available for us.
No, that's my
Keisha, that's good. Keisha said what?
She said therapy, meditation, stillness, and breath work change lives.
That's good.
That's true.
That's good.
Therapy, I am a firm believer in therapy. Had it not been for therapy, we wouldn't be sitting here today.
Yeah. Do y'all think men are scared to go to therapy? Or black men?
I don't think
like
that they're
therapy.
scared. They have a misconception
That's
what therapy is.
Okay.
Because I actually encouraged somebody close to me to go and I said, look, I'm gonna die on the sword and tell you, I know you think therapy is this and you think somebody is there to tell you everything that you're doing wrong, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's to help you to understand why you do what you do
Yes.
and to help give you the tools to change that.
Yes, it's understanding your behavioral patterns. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just had a thought, but I'll let you know.
No, share your thought. You know we was getting
No, girl. Because what is that? I'm not, listen, all y'all, guess what, y'all? See, I'm going to That brings me, because I am getting older, my birthday is April 18th.
Yes.
Hey, it's Aries season. I just thought I'd just throw that out there.
It is
It is Aries season. I am the true Aries girl, a diamond girl. But, okay.
She's the reason I'm looking for pink.
Okay. Yes. Pink. Or your pink.
I'm like, it nails. I'm ready.
I'll pink everything, okay?
I found a shirt, I think.
You
I got a
did?
skirt too.
You do? Okay. All right. So anyway, back to what I was saying. See, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. So when it comes back to the men in therapy, I feel like maybe because they're not open to talking.
That's the part.
They're not all because it. I don't know what it is.
But I think they're
everybody's
scared of
a wild
talking
number.
because they are afraid of being blamed.
And they prefer, and then this is just based on my studies, they feel better, black men, not just black men, black, brown, green, they want somebody that can relate to them. They feel like when they go into the therapy room, they're going to get a white woman or a white man that's telling them how they need to act based on white society and what they think. So that's why I think too it's so important we get more black and brown men in going through school, becoming counselors, because that's one of the top reasons that I've heard and studied and seen. They don't feel like they have anybody to relate to. So when they're sharing their problems, they feel like people are looking down on them, saying, like you said, they're going to blame them, they're going to tell them they're wrong and things like that. So that's what I think.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
Any other
sense.
questions?
Any other
said
questions,
moving on.
guys, before we close this sucker out? Or
This was so
attack?
fun.
Men's character is challenged or questioned when they open up. Thank you, Dana. She said, awesome job, ladies. This is going to help some folks.
Thank you.
Keisha, which is Kyla's BFF. Also, therapy can look different per person.
This is so
there are
true.
so many modalities for people to work through their issues.
Yes.
Very true. Because I
Yes.
know one of mine is that gym. I hit it up first thing this morning.
And then some people too, they always think therapy is going to make them go back and relive all this past
I
trauma.
think that.
And
I think that too.
there's a, and that's what I think, and that's what I think, what she's saying. But you don't have to. It depends on your therapist. Like she was saying, there's different modalities, different theories you can work on. You don't always have to go back and dig in the past.
I haven't met one that don't want to start from
Right.
the beginning.
And that's
Same.
because
Same
that
for me.
this specific type of theory is taught to everybody, and that's the first one that you learn because you feel like. And yes, I do believe your past definitely depicts who you turn out to be, but you don't always have to start there. I think there's a lot of times with what we got going on right now, you need to figure out what right now. You don't have the mental capacity or the emotional stability to go to the past and figure out nothing because your now is messed up.
But my now is messed up because I'm still not healed from that
the
little
past.
girl.
And that's where you
And
have
that's
to
why you
and that's
gotta
where
go back.
Yes, and
That's
you have
why
to
you
work
gotta go
though.
back.
And
You
that's
work
why
from
it's
here
so
and move
hard.
back.
Like you're saying, like it's so hard to go to the therapist because you know this is a conversation that has to be had.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
but you
okay.
have to
Build
go
up
back
to it.
there.
You'll build
You
up
know?
to it if you have a good therapist, and then share that with them. Like when you decide to seek out a counselor, share that. Look, this is where I am. I know where I need to go, but start slow. Some therapists they go straight. Tell me about your mom, man.
Well, that goes back to a comment that says, when will your mothers be on the podcast? For me, I'm blessed to have two moms, which is my stepmom. I don't call her stepmom because I think it has a negative connotation. So that's my mom too. But she is not going to be on this podcast. She don't even like to talk to people in real life.
My mom would most definitely be.
But now I will tell you that my daddy will gladly.
We should definitely have.
We absolutely will have my dad, and then my mom. She lives in another state, so it's just gonna be hard to get her here. But Ray, would your mom come?
You know what? My mom would. Mm-hmm. She would. She would have a lot to say, y'all. Y'all be like, oh, Miss Jackie ain't no joke, okay? She plays no games. But she gonna be honest with her Holy Ghost filled self, okay? She gonna say it in a nice way, but direct way, and you gonna know that she mean business. But yeah, she's gonna be definitely be real about it, and I can definitely see her on the blue chair.
Yes, yes. Kyla, I love your mom, and I think I want to adopt her as another godmom because your mom don't play. I love her.
I love it. I love these. Y'all better come on. Y'all.
Do y'all like the lives?
Yeah, did y'all like the lives? Let us know in the comments. We are going to post this recording. Yes. This will be our Monday post, so y'all know now. We're going to post the live, share with everybody. We are working on our next episodes, so we will see y'all soon. We will post some highlights from episode 2. So y'all let us know your thoughts on it.
And real quick, if you're not reading along with us, read along because this is not a podcast where we're just gonna be diving deep and telling you all about the book. What is it called? Spoilers. We don't want to spoil it for you.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil it. Yeah, we're gonna go very high level and tell you our thoughts. So if y'all have any suggestions, any thoughts about the book, anything y'all want to tell us personally, y'all can always DM us. Y'all can email us. Hit us up, but we got highlight clips coming. We have this recording that we're going to post. We are recording more episodes. And if y'all have anything y'all want to see or y'all want to hear about, let us know.
Send the topics you want to hear about on the podcast.
Oh, and if you're not a reader like me, because I'm not a big reader, the audio is amazing. Okay, get the audio version. All right, it is so. Kyla bless my heart. When she sent me that because she knew, she already knew I wasn't finna read.
She said I don't like to read like that.
Yeah, the audio. She blessed my heart.
Ray is going to be relieved because season 2 there is no protection from books.
No,
Thank you. Look at God.
It's just so now we all know each other and we all comfortable. So now we are taking off the gloves.
Are off.
The gloves. Okay. Yeah, so we are taking off the gloves. And yes, I do notice that too. We have great chemistry.
We do.
We do. Like, I love all of their different personalities. And I look forward to it, especially when I need some advice. I know what group chat to hit up when I need advice. I'm going to get something different from all of you.
And my college bestie.
Hi, college bestie. Hey, girl. Keisha is I love her support for her best friend. Like Keisha she is a great best friend.
So my college bestie is Keisha is too, but Renee, that was my roommate.
Okay.
Like
come on, support.
Okay,
come on, support.
And my cousin Poo.
Now where are my people? Because I don't have people. Now where are my people?
My people.
So Poo Poo was here, but she's gone. But we are going to go back and we will message y'all and tell y'all thank you for coming. So we are going to go. We'll get that 3rd episode out when we get done talking about episode 2. So if you have not watched episode 2, go watch or 1. Go catch up because
subscribe to our YouTube.
Subscribe to YouTube. Follow us on social, and pretty soon we're gonna have some bonus stuff that's only for the people that's following and subscribe. So don't play with me. We gotta go.
And don't forget who you are.
Bye, guys.
Don't forget who you are.
Do we go there? Because we want to record it.
Let's see. Yeah. Now, this is the whole thing.
Some good little bounce back up in here.
Turn off request to go live. Do we do turn off request to go live?
We don't need that one. I think we just X out, right?